In this video, I'm gonna show you how I set up my mod groove. I have 3 of them set up, okay? I'll show you one by one. The first one, I call it clock winding sound. The reason why I call it clock winding sound is because of this. I don't know, the sound just remind me of clock winding. This is how I set up the back plate. In my short video, in the back, I set up differently, but then I think I'll show you this one first. Okay, let's look at inside of it. Well, in the front, I only use 2.778 millimeter ball, okay? Because when you use 3 millimeter, it's harder to push. When you use 2.778, it's easier to push, okay? I'm gonna try to show you the back first. Okay, the spring in this 4 A1, A2, B1, B2, okay, this one is special middle spring. And C1, C2, C3, C4, this one is short spring, okay, from mod groove. In the back, okay, in the back, okay, all 4 of them, D1, D2, E1, E2, the same thing, okay. Now, what makes the sound is this, okay, this spring, okay, mod give you this spring too, okay, mod give you this one is SS stainless steel long spring, okay, but somehow the one that mod give you, okay, I think the wire diameter might be 0.25, okay, and it's too soft, okay, so I have to buy this spring, okay. Wire diameter is 0.3 millimeter, okay, and they call it outer diameter, okay. This one is 3 millimeter diameter, and the height, okay, is 5 millimeter diameter, It's very cheap, okay? I can buy it. See, I buy a bunch of them in case when you use them and then sometimes the ball gets stuck in there, you break them. So there's a bunch of them. It's very cheap. So before I make this video, I was waiting because I want to try 0.35 millimeter wire diameter, okay? But then at first I couldn't find it, and then I just find it not a few days ago. I just ordered them, but well, if I'm gonna wait for the mail to come in, I guess maybe 3 to 4 weeks. Okay, so and someone asked me to make the setup already, so I just figured, well, I'm going to show you the setup that I have so far. Okay, and the ball, okay, it's a 3 millimeter diameter, 3 millimeter ball, and I use tungsten. Okay, stainless steel is okay. Tungsten, I think it ring better. Okay, so that's why I use tungsten. All 4 of them is the same. Okay, now to put, make sure that it stay in the middle. Okay, if it stay in one side, and when you push it in, when you turn, okay, it will not ring that good. Right. This one, okay. It have to stay in the middle when you push it back in. Otherwise, you test it a little bit. If it's okay, this is very hard to put it in. What I like to do is I put it in and turn, and see that it go in. Then I have to put my nail in there. I have a short nail, so it's very hard because I don't want it to move upward. Okay. Once you already put it in, you push down. Okay. If it can go down, that mean this ring. Okay. You put it wrong. You have to pull it out and put it back in again. Okay. For the clock ticking sound. Okay. Short spring, okay. C1. Okay. C1 and C4. Usually I just put for C1, C2, C3, C4. I usually only put C1 and C4. But since the back, okay, since the back plate is kind of hard to push because of the long spring. So if the front plate easy to push and the back plate hard to push, it's not balanced. So I put all 4 of them. Okay, so it's not that stiff though. It's still easy to push. It's easy to push because in the front, this is special. You know, mod. They say it's special middle spring. Oh no! Oh, it fall. Wait. I'll put this in first. I'll find the spring later. I'll just get the new one. Now, okay. This one I use brass ball for C1, C2, C3, and C4. I want it to ring at the end. That's why I used brass, but it didn't quite work that well. But you know, and when I use them, it's not too bad. So now, this spring, it have to be in the middle. Otherwise, it will not ring that good. See, because of the magnet underneath, it just didn't want to stay in the middle. So what I have to do, do it one by one. It's too short. I don't have the nail. My nail is very short, so okay, one down. Another one to go. I don't have my nail. Stay. Okay. In this setup, the top clock tick, the clock winding, it doesn't matter much because it's the short spring. Okay, it's the middle spring. It's pretty short, so it will still be okay. I think this is okay. Let's check it. I think it's okay. This one, I call it clock ticking sound setup. Clock winding sound. I keep saying it wrong. Now, this one, okay, in the front, okay, I use the same clock ticking sound as this, but, okay, in this one, I only put C1 and C4. C2 and C3, I do not put the ball in. Okay, it's empty because I want it to be easy push. Okay, in this one. So, in this one, the setup is the same as this one in the front plate. Okay, the difference is only that C2 and C3 is empty. Okay, in the back. This one, okay, the original setup that when you first got mod groove, okay, in the back, all four of this is the short spring, and they used, I think it's stainless steel, 3mm ball for all four, D1, D2, E1, E2. I changed, okay, I used tungsten. I used tungsten on two, D1 and E2, and I used zirconia ceramic in E1 and D2. The reason why I have to put it, okay, tungsten in on top, and the bottom I have to put zirconia. I want to make it easy to push, so I put zirconia ceramic ball. Now, if I put tungsten only in D1 and D2 and ceramic in E1 and E2, okay, when you turn this way, okay, when you make the right turn, E2 will hit first and E1 will hit first. So in this way, this one will not make the sound. And when you turn it this way, this one, if it's tungsten, this one will hit and this one will hit. So this you turn this way, you make a loud sound. You turn this way, you do not make the loud sound. Okay, so it's not balanced. So that's why I put D1 in tungsten, E2 in tungsten. So whichever you turn, the sound will be equal. See? Okay. I think this is how I set up the clock ticking sound. Okay. I'll end this one in the first part, and second part I'll show you this one.